We are at Summers Corner near Summerville, South Carolina, and I'm speaking with Jennifer Howard. Jennifer, what is the idea behind this planned community?
Hi Amanda, and thank you so much for joining us today. Summers Corner is a community in a garden, and that means it's a place where people can connect to each other, to the land, to their garden, to the natural surroundings. It's designed to be a place that's real and authentic and inspired by nature.
And it was also, I think, inspired by some of the older towns that are in this area where the streets are not so straight and they bend and turn and the houses are closer to the street and you get out and talk to your neighbors. What was your inspiration?
That's right, and I think what you'll feel as you go through Summers Corner is that it's very familiar. And the reason that it's familiar is that it was inspired by Summerville. And the architecture, the sense of whimsy, the twisting streets, the gardens, the surprises on every corner. That's where we found our inspiration.
And the park that we're in has one of those surprises. The sculpture here is not a traditional sculpture that I see.
That's right, that's right. Artist Tom Holmes brought that sculpture to us. He actually built it here on site. We love birds, we're big on birds, and we're also big on whimsical art. So he built this sculpture to incorporate birdhouses in our park out of natural materials that were found right here.
When you talk about natural material, y'all are encouraging the homeowners to use native plants or sustainable plants, I think, in their yards.
Absolutely. We're really excited to partner with Clemson University's Extension program to promote the Carolina Yards program. And so some examples can be seen of that around our model homes, whether it's rain gauges, rain barrels, the use of pine straw, native plants, all of those things to help encourage homeowners, inspire homeowners to do their own piece of sustainability.
I think that's wonderful. You even encourage composting and keeping materials, if you have sticks and all, to keep things on the property and reuse. If people want to go out and see really some of the places that you've protected here that are reminiscent and evocative of the South Carolina landscape in this area, you've got some wonderful opportunities for that.
That's right, and this land has been working land, and it's been working land for a very long time, whether it was rice culture or corn to timber farming, and today it's a community. But just a short ways from this community is the Buffalo Lake, which is a 95-acre freshwater lake where people can canoe and kayak, can fish, can just relax. Our very first residents at Summers Corner actually are at Buffalo Lake, and those are bats.
Bats?
That's right, that's right. The first home at Summers Corner was actually a bat house. And it's a little bit different than a traditional bat house. It's very large. They moved in almost immediately, and it can hold up to 6,000 bats.
Whoa. Among the sounds that surround us with the birds and the water, we also hear the sounds of progress, and I think part of that is because children won't have to ride the school bus 20 miles.
That's right. The people who live right here in Summers Corner will be able to walk to school, which is really reminiscent of the way that it once was. So we have the Sandhill Elementary under construction. The Rawlings Middle School of the Arts will be coming soon, as will a Performing Arts Center.
The Performing Arts Center really sounds fun to me. People who are here would be able to walk over and use that as a place for cultural amenities and don't have to make the trip all the way into town.
That's right. It will be a fantastic space for those Dorchester District 2 school students, but it will also be a fantastic place not just for Summers Corner but for our neighbors as well.
If somebody wants a cup of coffee in the morning or a glass of wine in the evening, you've got a wonderful place at the cafe, and my favorite thing is I'm going to run up there and write a postcard and put it in the mailbox, and you're going to send it to my sister. What a unique and crazy idea. Talk about slowing down.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we want to connect people to each other. So sometimes it's time to put the phone down, to close the lid on the laptop, to get off Facebook, and to write a letter.
When we arrived this morning, I met Master Gardeners, and they were installing a pollinator garden, and they showed me their beautiful office. Clemson Extension has a little footprint right here.
And we couldn't be more happy to have them here. It was 3 years ago this month that Susan Watts of our Summers Corner team and your very own Amy Dabbs met over a cup of coffee to brainstorm an idea of bringing the extension agents right into a new community. What we really wanted to be able to do was incorporate that education component, not just from the schools here, but to be able to educate our residents as well. A lot of people are moving from someplace else. They want to be a part of the gardening movement in South Carolina, And Clemson Extension Master Gardeners absolutely make that happen.
Everything that you've done here seems to be a model of protecting the land, of valuing the land, and valuing our natural resources. And I want to thank you so much for letting us visit with you today.
Well, thank you for coming.
And if people want to know more about the fascinating and exciting things that are happening here, what's the best way to get that information?
The best way to reach us is via our website, summerscorner.com. And like everyone else, you can visit us on Facebook too.
And you can always just stop by.
That's right.